That couldn't have been me, boy. Getting weak just because someone is a woman, giving them special service, and then getting your throat ripped out because you was a damn fool. What's up? It's your boy Cintron. Come back at you another reaction video. And I kid you not, it's my real name. Man, ooh, I keep saying this every week, but what a riveting episode. Man, ooh, man, the chickens came home to roost as far as like the plot from the end of last episode, and we got some big time drama. So, Arne did show up at the farm. She wanted to tend to the wounds, but you know, Snake was telling her, Snake! Nope, not gonna let you do that. But he did not personally escort himself. He went to go talk to the old lady, and told his men to escort her back to the farm. But he took the only horse that they had with him, because you know, they've been, you know, failing and falling off. And one of the dudes, you know, he looks at her like, you know, you going back to the farm? But he looks in the eyes. She all, you know, googly-eyed and, you know, on the verge of tears. And his dumb ass gonna relent and say, oh, I got a weakness, I got a soft spot for women. Okay. And lets her go in and see him. And they, you know, they throwing all kind of insults and saying like, she's saying, I need to tend to his wounds. Untie him. You crazy? I'm not untying this savage for nothing. This man finna rip me to shreds and, you know, take my life. You can take my life. Nah, you can't have mine, bitch. You got days though, cause they stupid. And they left him one-on-one. You know, it's like, it's raining. I'm finna go indoors. I'm not finna stay out here in this uncomfortable weather. And slipped up, man, cause dude, I mean, he's one dude. Snake told him, keep at least 3 men on him at all times. And she ain't have nothing on time with, but you know, she got close to him and you know, like, he's apologizing to her, telling her he's sorry. And you know, she's saying, I'm sorry. And he's like, there's nothing you have to be sorry for. Bruh, you put her in this position to be a Slav. She never should have been here. Should have been, you know, y'all should have either, you know, lived together or died together, because, you know, you'd have been there defending. Y'all boys would have been there defending, not worrying about, you know, some hypothetical that could happen with war and resources and all this stuff. Vikings coming, like, if you know they're marauding, coming around everywhere, you know, like a lion seeking to, you know, pounce on a weak opponent. Y'all just gave them a gift-wrapped present with, you know, women and children there. And they got rid of the kids, so your lineage is done. Man, just dumb, foolish, going off to war. And he's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left you alone. I'll never leave you alone again. Like, bro, it's a little bit too late for that. And then, you know, she's crying, and you know, he's like, oh, I've always had a soft spot for women. Get up, we gotta go back to the farm. Get up. But the mistake this fool makes, getting too close to the dude, he gets up and bites him. I'm like, okay, well, you know, it can't be that bad. No, it is though. I'm like, you see meat hanging out in his mouth. He looking like, rat. And I'm like, shit. He that shit out. And dude is just bleeding a storm, you know, from his neck. He's fucking done. He's done. He tried to pull out his sword. He ain't even got the strength. You know, he clutched it on his neck and one hand on the sword. He let himself get too comfortable, and then, you know, he falls down. The other dudes come out, and he's like telling before they do though, he tells Arne, Gardar says, pull out, you know, his knife. He got it, you know, to cut me loose, because he was pleading with her before to, you know, cut him loose, and she's like, you know, they're, you know, just in a mess, and you know, they saying stuff like, they were saying stuff to him like, you know, you can't tend to his wounds, but you can tend to something else. Like, damn, he's savage. I mean, they would just watch that. Man. I believe they would join into it. Said he wouldn't like that. But they come out, and he's like, Arne, untie me! Undo these ropes! And I'm like, and she's just standing there like, it's Arne! And then we flash back to Einar and Torfinn on the farm. So they're just talking about, you know, their philosophizing on life. And he ain't get no sleep. You know, neither one of them got any sleep. But Torfinn didn't have any nightmares, because he's been, you know, transfixed on Einar, and because Einar made a stink about, you know, this being wrong and all this stuff. Yeah, it is, but she didn't put herself in this situation, but he did, Gardar did, by proxy, put the woman in that situation, you know, to be, you know, kidnapped. And yeah, he wasn't looking out for her best interest. So that's all on him. Child is dead, It's all on him. And you know, he's like, he thought I would go off and make, you know, a stupid move, do something rash, and go off, run off and try to help them. I wouldn't, man. I don't want to make more trouble for Arne, but he don't even know that she's already enacted his plan. But yeah, I mean, he's trying to stay out of it. You know, he's trying to be an honorable man or whatever. But you know, they go out for the diatribe talking about, you know, philosophizing on life. Like, you know, Thorfinn says, I'd be afraid for Arne to even find out who I was, man, or to look at him with judgment, because, you know, he's like, it's hard for me to, you know, even believe that you were a warrior, that you were, you know, this savage guy that just, you know, tore families apart, you know. And he says, and I'm haunted by these ghosts, these people that I, you know, I I deleted. They visit me every night, my nightmares. That's why I can't sleep. That's why I'm tormented. I cry out of my sleep, even though I didn't, because I was worried about you, which shows, like, man, he really truly sees him as a, you know, a compatriot, you know, a brother in arms, you know, a friend, a true one. And he's like, man, I gotta atone for this. I gotta make up for that. I gotta, you know, sow more wheat than I trampled. I gotta build more houses than I burnt. I'm really done with this violence. I don't want, you know, I can't add a single body to my tab, man. It's just that deep. And I'm like, damn, bro. For a dude to make a commitment like that, that just speaks to, you know, the volume, you know, his character. And he said, how do we do that though? How do we swear off? How do we get rid of this problem of war and slavery? And it's like, man, it's great because, you know, the real Vikings, when I think about this, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like a couple, you know, people were, but they didn't have the power to enact that because, like I said, war is culture. Norsemen, they find a value in war. They find a value in valor, in amassing wealth. He's like, we don't even think twice about these things. Like, it's second nature for us. Like, to go off to war, to fight, to pillage, to destroy. I mean, those are things that come easy to you know, people, to humankind, mankind. It's harder to build something. It's like, even if we did find a place, how do we, you know, we can't just defend it with empty words and virtues. You're gonna have to actually fight for the place, because, you know, people who seek to do evil upon you, they're not gonna just say, oh, well, you're good people, we're gonna leave you alone. No, they're gonna see you as weak and seek to cast you aside into the underworld permanently. And man, it's you can't, like you say, Morgan, all life is precious until you gotta take a life, because my life is more precious than yours. I ain't gonna let you take mine. So it's like, yeah, like I said, war is culture for them. It still is, you know, it's modern day and age. And how do you separate that? He's like, well, we're outcasts. Well, can we build a nation of outcasts? You know, bombs over back. I just couldn't help it. But what a dichotomy change for Thorfinn. He went from slaying to praying. And really, he really not just feels bad. He's like, I was wrong, man. The path I was on was wrong. He's like, I watched my father. These people were saying, you know, the soldiers saying to him, you watched your father get slain. You swore vengeance for him. But yet, you know, you killed so many other fathers, brothers, and relatives, husbands of other people. How dare you fix your fucking mouth? So he's like, I gotta give them a place to rest, man. So we're like, what's the answer then? And he's like, there's a place. Leif Erikson told him about it. There's a place beyond, you know, even where the Vikings know, where, you know, because he's like, Einar said they come everywhere. Even beyond where they know, there's a place where we can, you know, rest our head, where we can, you know, build a nation. He's like, man, but Thorfinn says it's gonna be a huge undertaking. It's gonna be something that's not lightly, you know, we can't tread upon lightly. It's something you have to commit our whole selves to. It might be, you know, a lifetime journey, a lifetime commitment, but he's willing to do it. They're just sick of fucking war, man. And I get it, I understand it, man. I wish I could banish war from this world myself. I'm just one man, but, you know, I can do what I can in a daily and within my sphere of influence and with my actions and with, you know, vote with my finances, things like that, to enact freedom upon this world. But it's like, I love the quote they had. It's wrong for freedom to be taken away by violence. I mean, like, it just, fundamentally we know this as men, as people, but man, to get other people, to sway other people to fight for that, it's a hard thing, man, because people are every day seeking to take away other people's rights, other people's lives, other people's livelihood, other people's possessions, other people's freedom, other people's respect, their dignity, their honor, everything, man. All we do is take, man. But then we see Fox and not Star Fox, and his comrades coming towards him. They're like, what are they heading towards us for? They start searching the barn. It's like, oh, he's not here. Stabbing. It's like, there's a whole lot of shit though. They're just like, oh, just sort out. They just sort through it. They're trying to find Gardar, and it dawns upon Thorfinn and especially Einar that, man, they escaped, or he escaped, and then he's like, oh man, Arnie! Like, he's worried about her, and the episode ends, man. And just another deep philosophizing episode that really makes you think about the nature of man, and really, can we change? Are we doomed to just have this be a cyclical thing with war and all all that? But I mean, we gotta try. You gotta put forth your best efforts. But the preview shows, man, those boys will, and they're gonna try and hide Gardar along with Arnade, and they might be willing to take some bullets for it, even though there ain't no bullets in this anime yet. So that's where we stop. But it's all good though, because you're not even watching. But that being said, in the saga of V's, we're trying to stack V's on V's and make dubs.
Like, comment, share, subscribe if you
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Cintron Anime, Cintron Life, or Cintron Laughs, or other social media.